Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? This is Dex,
Queen Esther here, crowned it.
And JacobiJones.
and this is another episode of Complicated Discord. Welcome back, Discorders. Hope you guys had an interesting week. We had to
Yes.
deal with the butt clenching weight of the elections. Now it's
The
finally over.
the
What?
bits of the toddler in office.
Now it's finally over, but it's not really over. But
Right? It's not over, but it's over.
yeah,
It just,
but
and for me, every day feels a little bit better knowing we're getting closer to him being gone.
it is a lot. It is a lot less stressful.
Is. Everyone
It is a lot
outside
less
is even
stressful.
nicer, more
You know,
lighthearted.
it's so true. The funny thing is, when he won 4 years ago, I was at home praying it wasn't going to happen. Woke up and saw that it happened. And I literally was like, fuck, I need to go to the store and I'm scared to go outside.
It was
now.
like an episode of American Horror Story.
It was. And then when I got outside, no one was looking at each other. It was just automatic bad energy.
Hang on a second though. Before we get any deeper into this,
Mm. Bad memories.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna introduce the drink for the week. So,
Oh,
boys and girls, last week I taught y'all how to make the after sex. This week I'm gonna teach y'all how to make what you give them before the sex. This is how you get them warmed up. I'm gonna make a proper
So-
Cosmo.
no, that sounds like you're putting things in drinks and drugs. What's going on?
Oh.
Hey, no. Let me tell you something. When you're a good bartender, the right drink can make anything possible. Jacobi
Oh.
knows.
True, very true. I have
Now,
had
here's
a
what I'm gonna
many.
tell you. Most of the time in Cosmos, for some reason, a lot of bartenders use regular vodka, which you absolutely can use. In fact, a lot of ingredients recipes call for it. I like to use citron. It gives it a nice little kick to it. All right. So as same as last week, I'm gonna be doubling mine, but you're gonna want to put 2 ounces of whatever vodka you choose. Okay.
That a 2 count, a 1 count, a lot count, 5 count. Hey.
Hey, that's for 2 drinks.
You don't got shit to do tomorrow, do you?
And then I use Grand Marnier, but you can use any triple sec you like, and you're putting an ounce of the triple sec. All right.
Yay.
That sounded like 2 ounces.
Then use a little bit of lime juice. Now, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. This tastes a lot better if you have fresh lime juice, so you can squeeze it yourself. Unfortunately, I do not have the time or the limes to do this. So, like I said, you use a half ounce of lime juice, okay? And of course, I'm gonna use an ounce, and that just fell in there, right? And then the last ingredient is cranberry juice, something that everyone should have in their house.
Why?
Funny, I had a friend that used to drink cranberry juice at work all the time, and I asked her, "Hey, why do you drink cranberry juice all the time?" And she looked at me in the face, didn't even break a straw, and she said, "It's good for your vagina." All I
Oh,
can say
yeah.
is, "Oh,
True.
all right, cool."
Good for your urinary tract so it keeps you.
Not that one, however, because it's full of sugar. Talking about the really like sour, real cranberry juice.
Yeah.
So,
But for the cranberry
No,
juice, you're gonna add 1 ounce, okay?
because I've used ocean spray cranberry juice to pass a many a drug test because it flushes
we
out your
have
urinary
cranberries
tract
on
system. That's good.
gotta keep it in one's life.
Now listen. Now once you get all the ingredients in there, you cap it and you give it a good shake.
Smile.
Right? I
Smile.
told you, you ain't giving me just the tip. I don't gotta smile.
Smile. Smile, motherfucker. Come on.
Now, check this out. What you're gonna notice, if you ever go out drinking, most bartenders when they make this, it'll be kind of like a dark pinkish, like a burgundy color. This is what it's supposed to look like. It
Ooh,
comes
is
out
it
as
a
a misty. I'm gonna show you. Hang on. It comes out as a misty peach color, and as it sits, it'll clear up. But it comes out like that because when you shake it, the ice it kind of shaves a little bit and thickens it up just a tad bit, and it
Ooh.
tastes amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Great, if I could taste one. I'll take your word for it, however.
They
Oh,
are
to
delicious,
New
though.
York, I will
And
make
I
you.
could only imagine it with the way he used citron
Uh-huh.
and Grand
It gives it
Marnier.
a nice little tart bite. It's good.
Yeah.
I could, and I feel like I went to like a bartending class. Seriously. No, it's what's up.
But now to jump right back into things, back to this whole thing with soon to be former President Trump.
The toddler in the office, yeah.
Here's what's happening, right? Um, a
He's
lot of the
bitchy.
time, no. What I've noticed is for a lot of the Trump supporters, the first thing they're saying is, "Oh, I hope you're happy with what you've done. Do you know what you've done?" And everyone's like, "Yes, we know exactly
Yeah.
what we did. And we're
Yeah.
happy with this."
Ding dong, the
Yes.
witch is
Yeah.
dead. The witch is dead.
The thing is, their mentality is, "Oh, well, he's not God." Okay, we didn't elect God. We didn't elect Superman. We elected someone that's not Donald Trump. At the end of the
Right.
day, when Trump was elected, even if we didn't like him, we still gave him the chance to be president because that's what it was.
Right.
At this point, they're not even giving, future President Biden and Senator Harris a chance. They're counting them out. And the crazy part about this is people are wishing for him to fail. But at the end of the day, why would you want your president to fail? Because his failure is our failure. He
Right.
runs the world. If he fails, America fails. Why is it we can't seem to get that and come together and figure this shit out?
Just like the rest of the world looked at the United States as a joke because of whom our commander in chief was and how he presented himself. It was a reflection of the American people and the American country. We just want boring old politics back. It's okay if we have granddaddy in office. I feel safer. I really do.
Well, Trump was the oldest president ever elected in the history of presidencies. He was the oldest man to ever be the president. So he's really the granddaddy in office. And I've had a lot of conversations with people who support Trump, from gays to people who aren't white to ex-lovers. One of my ex-dudes I used to date, they have all, from what I've seen collectively,
Yeah.
it's narcissist loves another narcissist concept. Like, he's a bad dude, right? So other bad people who have his same complex like him because they're like, wow, you're a fucked up asshole too, and you're winning. Yeah, you know what I mean? It could be that, or it could be, one of my friends had a conversation. He told me it could be as simple as small as one little policy like abortion or guns. Or, like, I know he's an asshole, but he's not taking my guns away. Or I know he's an asshole, but they said that he's going to end Roe v. Wade and they're going to stop murdering little kids. Like, people have let things slide for their own selfishness or their own mental illness. All I ever see when I see Trump supporters is a room full of mentally ill people.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, we've seen it.
My uncle's a Trump supporter, and a lot of the times when I spoke to most of them, the big thing is they think about their bottom line. My uncle said it flat out. I'm not a huge Trump fan, but because he owns businesses and buildings and stuff, he said because of him, I got to keep my buildings. Because he gave a little money back, the people were able to pay their rent. Had it not been for that, I would have lost my buildings. I kind of feel like
during
me
this
personally.
Pandemic, he means during COVID, he would have lost his buildings.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't be able to pay the mortgage. But here's my thing. I personally don't think that it's worth sacrificing. I don't think it's worth sacrificing the greater good for what's in your pocket.
No, right. No, it's not.
It does not breed happiness, and it doesn't solve all problems.
He has no human decency to him.
And then the other thing is, everyone is saying, "Oh, Biden's gonna raise taxes," and I seen a meme that kind of said it the best way for me. The guy was saying, "Biden, it was Biden. I'm gonna raise taxes for only those who make above 400,000." And the picture below it was a fat person screaming, and it was the guy in my third grade class that only makes $37K a year.
Right. I saw a similar one where it was like against Trump supporting, like, Muslim ban and stuff like that. And it was just like, they're taking our jobs. And it was like, chill, Jonathan. Akbar with a college PhD is not taking your construction job. Okay. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, I feel like I get it. You're not happy Biden got elected, but he did. And just like how you wanted everyone to respect Trump when he was president and give him a chance, you all should do the same thing to the future president. Give him a chance. And if then he does not like if you don't like what he's doing, then you can complain. Then you can vote him out. But before you count this man out and assume he's just going to fuck you over, let him do what he does.
Give him a
Right.
chance.
He's already starting to move as well. He's
I
already.
thought to give Trump a chance, although I never liked him and I did not vote for him once we got with him.
We gave him a chance, but he has more than
maybe he won't be that asshole I know he's gonna be. And
let me tell you something. When Trump got elected, I was asked, how do you feel about this? And the answer I gave was simple. I have seen Trump be a lot of things, but I've never seen him be a president. And for me to judge him without seeing him in that position would be wrong. It would be biased. So before I say he's terrible at it, let me see what he does. And after seeing what he does, huh?
At the end of the day, though, America made a mistake. He showed himself. He was a businessman. And
I hate when people say that. He has never been a businessman. He has been a business crook. He has done that.
So then he's
stolen and lied, and you know what I mean?
Wait, I was gonna get to the fact that he's horrible with money because he's been bankrupt more than anyone we know. So at the end of the day, what I was trying to say was that we gave President Trump a chance, and he's no longer president, but he didn't show us anything. He showed us who he was from the jump street. He just wanted to make money. He wanted to use the position to be as powerful as he can. Like, haha, you can't touch me because I could pardon myself per so necessary. Look at it. He's had more than 100 freaking scandals, but why is he still president? Why did he make it 4 years with everything that he's done? He's had private businesses.
Presidential immunity. That's why he made it.
Presidential immunity. He did things that were like against the law.
Yeah, but he has presidential immunity.
And he wiggled his way out of it.
But because of presidential immunity, he can't be tried for any type of crime until he's not president. That was why they had to find the perfect thing to try to
impeach him.
Impeach him. They had to find something that was really strong to see if it would work. Because once that happened, we can then get him out of office. Hopefully, which it was never going to work. The Senate was Republican, and then through that, whenever he's out, is when we can really start coming after him.
You made a good statement to the Senate. They're acting like Biden is given like a free ride. He has everything against him in this instance. You understand what I'm saying? Like he's pushing at this moment to fight for the American people. Like he is already at his job he's already at his job, even though Trump and his cabinet is trying to hold every single resource from him at this moment, but he's still pushing forward. No excuses. So I'm with it. Give Biden a chance, man.
Exactly. Give him a chance to see what he could do. Well, with that being said, let's move on. Jacob, you said something about Trump being a grandpa. This brings up an interesting point about grandpas. What do you guys think of sugar daddies? Okay.
Jones, what do you think? Let me know.
All right. Well, let me give you some context before I hear your opinions. At one point, I was like, these sugar daddies are spending money ass people, boy. They tricking on these hoes. And then a comedian that I speak to every now and again, Ryan Davis, real funny guy, man. Look him up. He's on Instagram, Ryan Davis Comedy. He has a couple of stuff on YouTube. He's also performing this weekend.
I did check out his work, though. He's really funny.
Arlington Draft House in Washington, D.C., Friday and Saturday. Go check him out. He's a real funny dude. But anyhow, I was on his Instagram, and he every now and again, he posts these quotes and some of his daily thoughts. And he was saying that at one point he thought that sugar daddies were simps. But when he really thought about it, it made sense. He said sugar daddies are genius. Okay. Because they can go get themselves a young, tight chick, right? Spend a little bit of money on them and get all of the sex and none of the conversation. Now, here's the thing. A lot of the females at this point, they're thinking that the money he's spending is a lot of money. But to most sugar daddies, that's chump change. If they saw what he thought was expensive, they would lose their mind. So for a very minimal cost, for what is pennies to him, he's getting to smash the prettiest chicks and then be like, all right, well, thanks, have a good one. Like, if
Well, this is one thing. You're talking only about sugar daddies. Please note that there are sugar mamas as well.
hey, and if there are any sugar mamas watching this, I'm putting in my application. It's
I'm
not
calling
beneath me, huh?
I'm calling your wife.
Listen, she okayed it. She says as long as the bills is getting paid, she's all right with lending me out
Shout
for a
out.
couple of hours.
It's your life, man.
But
So, Jones, how do you feel about
I was gonna
sugar
say,
daddy?
Jacobi, you had a very interesting reaction to this.
You know, I'm a child of God, and
Shout out to my mother.
I I don't know what to say because I don't want to put my business in the streets like that.
Bags.
I ooh, I have
Well, I think that answered enough. I'm gonna say I've never had any personal interaction. I was thinking about the concept of it, and it depends on what kind of sugar daddy or mama it is. Because for certain people, like these forms of interaction could be necessary, and it's a service at the end of the. And it could also be like a really cohesive relationship between two people, just a friendship. And I can help you out. Give me a friend. I can help you out. I got some bills to pay, which is chump change.
Okay. I have been blessed by the geriatrics before. Okay. I was younger, hey, you hot young thing. I want to take you to dinner. Boom, boom, boom. Do. Money, life. I've been blessed to be that younger person before. Or the baby in the instance, sugar daddy, sugar baby.
A sugar baby, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know what to say about it because I didn't have no issues in my life. And it was not a bad thing at all. But I will agree that the concept, I was not oblivious to this. The concept of him spending $5,000-$6,000 a month on me was nothing. That's nothing for him.
What were you doing for $5,000-$6,000 a month, Jacobi? Holy shit!
You know
what? Don't answer that. Don't even answer that.
We all have our talents.
Apparently.
Thank you. Okay.
Apparently.
But that's nothing, though. I swear to God, that's nothing. If a man is worth $50, $60, $100 million, he can spend $100,000 on a piece of artwork. So if he wants to spend $100,000 a year, changing somebody's life, I mean, that's good for him. And
so
good for me.
What about $100,000 a year for sex? So what about that? In general. I'm saying, and what about like a forced relationship? I shouldn't be telling all
my business like this.
I'm not talking about you. They're guilty. Look at you.
My mama might see this shit.
No, you sound not guilty. I'm talking about in general. Like the what, Dex?
No, I get what you're saying. Listen, at the end of the day, a sugar daddy or a sugar and a sugar baby relationship is symbiotic. They're each using the other for something else. You understand?
Precisely, but so in that essence, at a certain point, it could get tiresome. It could be a job almost at a certain point if you're not.
It could be a job. It could be a job, but
if there's not any chemistry, interaction, etc.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It could be two ways, like you said. Maybe You say all the time you're a sapiosexual, right?
I am.
What if I was?
What she said?
She's a sapiosexual. She.
Girl, sapio my ass. You was sapiosexual. I don't know about that. Okay, keep going.
But hold on. But okay, so the scenario could turn out to where I'm, let's say, a 70-year-old and you're 25, right? And I come and say, hey, look, I know you
know my whole story, don't you?
Damn. Okay. I was lucky. But
I'm joking.
But no, I say, hey, I know you from YouTube. I like watching you. I'll tell you what. Let me take care of you, and all I want from you is come over and just have a conversation with me every week. Come play some chess, keep me company. Let's watch some movies. We don't even have to have sex. That could be one way people look at it, and there could be another way where it's kind of like, look, I will pay you all the bills. You give me some of that WAP every week. And and I'll pay everything off. At the end of the day, it's whatever you're willing to accept prior to getting in that. Now, if you discuss this before you get into that situation, you're good to go. But if you wait till you get halfway in and be like, okay, well, I know we've been hooking up for the past, 2 months, but now I want $300 million, then yeah, you raw deal it.
No, but then there's certain people who solely look at money.
And yeah,
Yeah,
and for
you
the
know what I
person
would
spending
say?
the
I
money,
would
if they can
say
accept that, then that should be fine.
it depends on each individual's mentality,
Right.
perspective, and objective. Because I've had this blessing happen in my life twice. Lord, I hope my mama don't watch this. And the first time,
Less than two, I got bills.
yeah, she wasn't paying now. But the first time, it didn't work out. This was offered to me, this was that, and I gave it a shot. And there was honest to God, there was no sex involved. It was companionship, kissing, being together, dinners, going out, da, 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 da. But it didn't work out just because I didn't enjoy the energy with the individual. My perspective changed in the situation. The second situation worked out for years, and it was an easy breezy, loving, great, fun time. Esther knew him. So I mean, like, it was a wonderful situation in my life for years, and I never had to sleep with him. It was just loving human experience that happened to give me money every week.
I will tell you, if we're talking about sleeping with someone for money, I mean, let's be honest.
I did not.
Porn stars do it all the time.
What about solely like dating for money though?
I feel like that depends on the person spending the money. If I get into it with one of you guys and you're like, hey, look, I will sleep with you for money, and I'm like, hey, I'm cool with that, then that's my choice. At the end of the day, like for example, prostitution.
I got no money.
Damn. Wow. Just put me on Front Street, huh? I'm trying to think the funky. She just
but you ain't got
snitching people out. All right, 6ix9ine.
Don't even go there. Don't even fucking go there.
Geriatrics, I'm telling you.
Because I'm from Brooklyn, huh?
Change your life.
I got loans. I gotta pay. I got bills. I'm with it.
All right, so I guess I'm not the only one sending out applications today. So anyone who's looking to take care
for an intelligent conversation.
If you like your gay man a little puffy and fluffy, call me.
If you like an intelligent queen stallion, then you could come my way and we can have a good.
Can read too. I can read.
Okay. He said I can read. I'm done with you.
Now, since we're talking about dating and all this, huh?
Yeah.
So you're talking about dating and all this other stuff. Tell me something. Have any of you heard of a consanguineous marriage?
I just turned it on when I got here.
Yes.
Chris says hi again.
Marriage. I said that wrong.
Hi. Yes. I've heard about it, but carry on. It?
So you remember, how about you, Jacobi? You know what a
consanguineous marriage.
You know what that is?
It sounds, I don't
like
know.
You don't want it. I don't want it.
It is a practice in certain places, Middle East, Egypt, and stuff like that, where it's okay to marry your cousins.
Well, I mean, it actually goes further than that as well, but a lot of those
to marry your relatives. Let me maybe a little more,
But those are also countries where they probably do arranged marriages, so they already fucked up and all kind of, you know what I mean? Their whole mentality of freedom isn't free. You know?
Yeah.
But again, you can also choose to marry your cousin if that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know too many women except trailer trash that want to marry their relatives.
But understand, if that's the life that you're brought up in, if you know, if that's all you know,
that is your culture.
It can be cultish, I guess.
Not even cultish. Not even cultish. Like
brainwashing.
Huh? No, not even brainwashing. Listen, because I want you to consider something. Back in the days, a lot of the stuff that were considered okay to our standards now is illegal and horrible, right? But you have to understand, if that's all your people know, that's how you all were brought up, then that's just kind of your what's the word I'm looking for? That's your
culture, your practice.
Culture. Thank you. Your cultural practices. You understand?
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question though. Saying that, if say you met someone and y'all were dating
Just
for
say
like
you.
a year and a half,
Ooh.
and then you bring them home, and your mom is like, "Don't I know you? You look so familiar. What's your dad's name?" And y'all start talking and comparing stuff, and you find that they're your cousin. What would you
Well,
do?
I'm gonna say that my mom told me when I was younger, I have tons of cousins everywhere. So be careful before you fuck your cousin. Is exactly what she said.
But my thing is,
But
what would you
ask
do?
them,
What would you
okay? Ask them where they
What would you
come
do if you
from.
found out you're a year into smashing your cousin? Would you stop? Would you say, you know what, the hell with it? We've already
I
done
would
this
stop. I
shit
would
like
Like,
definitely fucking
eight
stop.
hundred
that's
I've
times.
actually had this issue because here on the island, I have two cousins that live here that I did not know. And they're
Jacobi,
two black gay guys.
Jacobi,
And I
Jacobi.
could have slept with them.
What haven't you done, Jacobi? Jesus, everything. I
I
did that
didn't.
too.
I
he
didn't.
lives
I'm just saying
life.
I could have. I just found this out in February when my mother was here in February. They came to visit and we went to this dinner and I met two of my relatives and there's these two blacks. I'm just like, and they're like, "Hey, we seen you at the bar." And I'm just like, "Yeah." And I'm thinking, Lord, I could have got drunk and fucked you any time over the past 2 years and I didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know either.
You know, I had
But
a
I would be
friend who was
scarred.
Jewish.
It would be horrible in my soul
I
if
had
I
a friend
had
who was
sex with
Jewish and he was adopted, right? And we got to talking about something like this one day. And this guy said to me, he said, "You know what the worst part about being adopted is?" I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "The only way to be absolutely sure I'm not sleeping with one of my blood relatives is to sleep with one of my adopted relatives." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I'm adopted. I don't know my parents. And like anyone
that.
could be my brother or sister.
Okay,
Anyone."
instance, I understand. Okay.
Yeah,
Until he
yeah.
said that, I was like, that is strange in a weird type of way. I get it,
It
but I wish I
is.
didn't get it.
It
It
is
is, but some
strange.
people, like you said, choose to marry their cousins. I mean,
In third world countries, girl.
it,
Actually, no, in America too. Look at
well, I mean, in third world countries, it'll be more of a I need to survive kind of thing. So, like, you would have a dowry. Let me see how many cows and sheep I can give for this person because your
That's
family.
still, yeah,
Let
I
me
mean,
struggle away from you and here have, yeah, that's how it works. I mean, but I wouldn't just place it on third world countries. As we've spoken about, though, it's also a cultural thing. It's a decision for certain people. Is it a comfortable thought for us Westerners? No, no, it's not. It's a little odd and disgusting and kind of dangerous genetically.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
well, what if that person is a married cousin then? What if you're not related by blood at all?
Then get it in.
A married
That's
cousin?
different.
Yeah,
If you
like
my cousin
your
through
cousins by
marriage and we
marriage.
ain't really related, let's use a condom.
Oh, hell
And
no.
let's
Like,
just,
that's different.
yeah,
If there's chemistry, there's chemistry. In
yeah.
that instance.
Because you know the Lord works in mysterious ways, and sometimes
So
people are
you tell
brought together.
so you telling me if you and someone slept together 735 times and then you found out that they were your cousin, you'd be like, "Okay, we can't do this anymore."
I think I would. I think I would
What
be
if
really
their
freaked out.
feelings evolved?
No, it's like
I don't
principles and
feel.
morals.
I'm a
It's
Gemini.
principles, morals, and standards for me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're really
I couldn't do
principles.
it. I couldn't do it. I would actually need therapy for the rest of my life after that. I would not
Oh,
be able to do it. That would freak me out. I would be scarred and devastated.
I mean, you acting like the cousin looked just like you. It was an honest mistake that went on for
No, it
seven.
would still freak me out. I think it's the way I was raised. I think it's the way I was raised, but the way I was raised, like you just,
Don't do that shit.
my head hurt just thinking about it. It just,
Yeah, no, that for me too. That's
it's
actually disgusting for
Okay,
me.
just
okay, cool.
sickening.
Now that we got everyone's opinion, I'm gonna move on. Um, interestingly enough, you mentioned dowries. Um,
Yeah,
let me admit, for those who don't know what dowries are, uh, it was kind of a way of, I guess, presenting a prize for the person's hand in marriage. So
it can also be like a resume.
yeah, for example, if I wanted to marry Esther or Jacobi, I would go to their father or mom and say, "Hey, look, I'm going to give you 300 cows for their hand in marriage." And
Three
the mom
hundred.
like, "Oh, that's dope, 300 cows, cool." Or I could say, "Hey, I can give you I only have one cow, but I am willing to give this to you." Now it shows that either A, I'm able to take care of your child, or B, I'm willing to give up my last to take care of your child.
And
And
that's
back in days, people would have to prove that before they were able to marry the other person. It seems like nowadays people don't prove shit. They date for a year, like, hey, let's get married. But
If they don't, and I feel like their dowry is how much can this person buy me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the new dowry
What
is.
do you
I
have to
feel.
offer me?
Yeah, what can you give me?
But see, but that's the thing. Most people don't sit down and say, okay, you want to get married, but what are you bringing to the table? What can you do for me that I cannot do for myself? Because at the end of the day, a marriage is a
Partnership.
partnership. Thank you. A partnership.
It's a legal agreement.
It's a legal document.
Actually, hold on a second.
It's
No.
a death certificate.
No. Back up. You can get married without it being illegal. You can go and get married as just a spiritual marriage. You don't have to get it legally done.
Don't they require that in a church? I thought no, I don't. I'm not married, so like you don't have to take your marriage license. Go get.
No.
Oh, so no. I'm with that. I feel like a ceremony between two people. That's
Jump in the broom.
Beautiful, absolutely.
Yeah, because you get your marriage certificate, and then when you get married again, you sign a book in the church. That's something totally separate.
Oh.
So,
but you have to be married.
I'm sorry?
But you have to legally be married.
You don't have to legally do shit.
The church just has to agree to it.
Yeah, it's up to the church. If the pastor says, I want to do this for you, he can do it. Hell, if you have a friend that's a lawyer, they could be like, yes, I marry you too, legally.
Okay. No, that's cool. I didn't know these things.
Granted, if you don't have that legal documentation, you won't be able to do certain things.
Or you don't even have to be a lawyer. All you have to do in Hawaii is be ordained.
Yeah, you can get ordained. You can get ordained.
4-hour course. It costs $30. You know.
See, that's where commitment ceremony. Period. No marriage.
The point is, most people now aren't proving what they can or will do to be with somebody.
No, everything is very rushed. It's not.
And the reason I say that is, I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's been an internet going around a video where this young lady put
a video going around the internet.
Yeah, these two ladies put this lady put two steaks in a toaster, and she toasts the steaks and put one and eats it, and the internet is losing their mind.
Is she a child? Is she young?
No, she's a white person, white peopling is what she's doing. I saw this shit too, and I was just like, this.
Is she single? That's salmonella poisoning. That's suspect. That's dangerous.
The thing, and everyone is saying that that's very dangerous. And I don't know if it's real. I don't know how. I'm sorry?
What kind of toaster? Was it at least a toaster oven?
No, it was a toaster.
It was a toaster. The thing is, though, it looked like, it didn't look horrible. It just mentally is disgusting.
I don't think she did it that way. I think she kind of did it for show. She put the raw steaks in there, cooked it, and then acted like she took it out.
That is possible because a lot of people just want the views.
When I saw it, I was like, damn, that toaster.
Yeah, I was like, that's because it was thick steaks. That toaster cooked those steaks. That's a dope toaster.
Thick steaks. They were thick steaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
You know, they're not. A toaster is not gonna cook the.
They were almost like ribeyes.
Yeah. But you know, too, it could be a number of things. Dex could be right. It could have been like just a steak.
I doubt it was real. But when she posted the video, people started saying, "Here's the viral." They started questioning whether a lot of these younger females now have the ability to do things like cook. Somebody said she doesn't even have the ability to be a wife, and I'm like, okay, that's not what it takes. But I get what you're saying. Like, if you're putting steak in the oven in the toaster, even if it's just for show, do you have the ability to cook if need be? Because believe it or not, a lot of women don't like to believe it, but most dudes can cook.
Here we go.
At least I know I can cook.
I must sit back and enjoy this. So take it, Dean. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. A lot of females assume, you need it so we can cook. Most niggas can cook. I don't know if y'all know that. Maybe not well.
No.
Maybe not well, but most dudes can cook. I can cook, and most people I know can cook.
What's your best dish?
What? Say it again.
What is your best dish? Let's hear it.
My best dish.
Time is of the essence.
Don't think this long.
I don't know. I make a lot. I actually make I cook about half the times in the house. You know what? I make a dope sauteed and baked quesadilla wrap.
He was looking at French words. Sauteed.
You're confused. Now you talking about that wrap you made me.
I don't think I made it for you. I don't think I've made it for you, but it's where I'll make a wrap and then I'll put it on the stove to kind of get everything crusty. Then I'll put it in the oven and it'll get the cheese. Like it's a thing. My sister
Okay,
comes
so
from New York, and she's
It's
like,
a
"Hey, could you make
thing.
that rap
It's
for
a
me?"
thing.
I'm telling you, I
So
throws down.
I'm gonna say, right? We're gonna go back to this conversation because I remember hearing this statement about, well, can she even cook? Well, what can he do?
Hey, hold on.
What can gentlemen do? What can they bring to this? Because she can't even cook. She's not wife material. What's husband material
E,
on his
that
side?
part.
are you asking me? Listen, I don't agree with that. I don't agree. Listen, I don't agree that if she can't, because she's not wife material. But
He said, "Why am I being
but
attacked?"
but exactly, like I feel like oh,
The
you the straight man. I'm gonna get at you. Like, this isn't fair. I said I didn't agree with that. Jesus.
The anger is
I'm saying,
seething.
listen. I cook.
You clean? That's how you got that ring?
I do clean,
You
but I
could.
don't clean her
That's all
bathroom
I
because
heard.
I'm
All I
worried
heard
about
you say
germs.
was
But
that
yes, I cook. I clean.
you grill some mushrooms. Excuse me, saute.
I actually,
Saute.
you know what? Believe it or not, I made sauteed mushrooms last week for my wife to take to work with her. So, nope.
I mean, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at
Listen,
it. I believe you're a
I
good house
cook, I clean,
husband.
I change my oil, I change my brakes. This
And
this
you've been
this this,
your
this
own
beard ain't
children.
just a fashion statement. I'm a real man.
You
I can
know,
do
and
things.
I will admit, I am
Ain't shit.
good at none of the above.
Oh, okay, like I said.
What did you say, bitch?
Jones is A1 though.
I'm just not good at much of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I can keep my own house
And
clean.
here's
I can
my
cook
thing.
for myself.
We
That-
live
I can
together, so
prepare
you're
really,
fine.
really good meals. I can cook really, really well because I have been on them geriatrics before, and I've been to a lot of fancy dinners. You know
And
what I mean?
you're well seasoned.
Right. I'm well seasoned, but when it comes to like changing the oil and shit like that, or building a sofa, mm-mm.
And hold on, and everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. I completely get that. You understand? Like I said, I don't agree with the whole term
I don't
of
like
hey.
being dirty. I think that's really what it is. That's why I'm not into manly shit. I don't like being dirty.
First of all, back up. That's the thing. There is no such thing as manly shit. It's about just things. Anyone could
You have
change it.
daughters, don't you? You have daughters.
Yeah, anyone could change your
Right.
engine.
But that's
And
good though. You should raise them as you can do anything.
I absolutely am.
Yeah.
I absolutely am. I'm gonna teach my daughters how to change the oil and change their tire in the rain. Because at the end of the day, that's something that they need to know how to do. I'm gonna teach them how to drive stick shift because I want them to be like, bro, I don't need you for nothing. It's nice to have you around, but the minute you slack off, you could go.
Right. And
Men are pieces of their objects, just like the car. A man
Like,
is just an
I can't
object.
believe it or not. I actually, my daughter likes to bake, and every now and again I'll bake with her. Not very often, but every now and again I will.
I mean,
I'm
that's
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
your daughters. That's different. That's just.
I'm not a huge baker, but I'll be trying
But
sometimes.
even if he wanted to just bake for himself, if a man's at home and he wants some cookies and you know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Like it's so good baking. See, even that. What you mean? Not often, but I do it sometimes. I mean, it's a.
I knew that was a bacon beard you had right there. I
was saying that is my shortcoming. I can't bake very well.
I mean, I'm not a good baker either, but I could read some things and figure it out and you know,
what,
feel
though?
until I perfect it.
Even though bacon is off topic, I have learned one thing when it comes to baking. The real secret with baking is time. You have to pay attention to time. With bacon, you can fuck something up in 60 seconds.
And temperature.
You know what I mean?
Temperature. Temperature is time.
All right, cool.
I think he made that freaking Cosmo look so good.
It tastes fucking amazing. I'm glad I made it. I can only afford to have one more because it's Veterans Day today, and I have had a couple of drinks.
Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Salute. You like my salute?
Service.
I do.
I ain't never been in the military, but it's been in me.
Here's the thing. Hold on. Jacobi, first of all, too fucking shay, bro. I didn't even expect that. That was off guard. That was a smooth transition. It was professional, man. I don't even know where you learned that from.
That's the truth. I didn't hear it from nowhere. That's just the truth.
Exactly. He was going with that.
But people say stuff like, "Hey, thank you for your service all the time." And you know what I've come to realize at the end of the day, people don't realize that a lot of being in the military are about the people you have around you. Because at the end of the day, as much as people like to say that the military is kind of a fucked up place, you deal with a lot, you do a lot of stuff, and sometimes you just need a friend when you're done at the end of the day to go and have a beer with and just to chill with. So at the end of the day, you can thank me all you want, but had I not have friends to keep me grounded and keep me sane while I was going through some of the stuff I was going through, then this would have ended differently. So I got to thank y'all for being there for me as well.
Yeah. You know,
Especially in Hawaii,
can
especially when I didn't have a
be
car. Esther would
honest?
chauffeur me around.
Because you know it's Veterans Day, right? Can I be honest? Like, because I have always had a double-edged sword feeling on this kind of thing because, and I respect the military and I do appreciate people in every aspect of work. I appreciate the person at McDonald's because I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I appreciate the military person because I don't want to do it. But like, it's tripped me out. I think honestly it's a bit of a social mind fuck of the over exuberance or the over exaggeration, I guess, of the desire to we owe the military so much. Because if you remind yourself of all of this, the person at McDonald's, I appreciate them for doing it because I didn't want to do it, but they chose to do that.
They did that.
And the person in the military, I appreciate what you're doing, but you choose to be in the military. Like, why should I be so thankful for you to go do something that you signed up to do? You know what I mean? And I do appreciate it, and I don't mean that in an asshole way. I just mean it as growing up over the years, I used to be like, well, why do we got to care so much? They chose to do this.
I guess
you know what I
I
mean?
guess it's kind of like when cops are like, "Be nice to me for what? You chose this job. I don't got to be nice to you."
Oh,
It's
yeah.
true.
I
And
think more so for the veterans, yes, they definitely chose a job.
I like
They
today
didn't
for me is more about people who
it.
died. You know what I
They
mean?
didn't
At
have to
war.
stick with it though.
You
They
know what I
didn't
mean?
have to stick with it. They didn't have to get through it. They didn't have to, continue. They didn't have to even sign up to be shot at. Yes, they were probably
Right.
running something, but like I think that's what it more so is. Like, thank you for doing this.
Doing for what I know I couldn't do, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, because I've
Because I
signed
know
up.
I couldn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for me. I don't like to be told.
I mean,
Don't look at me. I did sign up for
We need
it.
to go back down memory lane. Esther
No,
D.
I can tell you, I signed up for it. I totally did. And God knew in that way that I was not, military material.
I remember I had a recruiter
hey,
call.
Esther has been with
Let me take that back. I'm military material. I don't like to be woken up. I don't want my whole entire day possibly getting stopped for somebody telling me what to do. I'm not with it.
If anyone has been with somebody in the military, tell you what, they know how to take orders if you catch my meaning.
I can't take orders, I give them. Which is why I would have been officer if I was in the military. Salute me.
Jacobi, you see me right here. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What?
And Esther, no, I know.
About what? Was I not listening? What did I miss? What did I miss?
So moving on. Hey.
No, I want to know what I missed.
Nothing.
You ain't missed nothing. You good to go, baby. You all right. No. Anyway, moving on.
Watch the podcast. You'll see.
Once again, can you cut off his video?
Cold as ice.
But okay, moving on. Around the internet, there's been a growing fad of men getting lace front wigs, and people have had it. People are going in on these guys with lace front wigs. They're calling them all kinds of names.
Why?
I don't know. I feel some type of way about that.
Why people can't mind their business?
A happiness. But you know what though? I had a friend, because I thought the same thing. When I saw it, I was just like, yeah, it's like good for them. Because if you see them transformations on YouTube, they look like completely different. It is the definition of a makeover.
It is.
You are bald and then all of a sudden you have hair again.
But it's
a woman that I know, and she's 50. She's a black woman. She's from like Detroit or DC or something like that. And she one of those black women, you know what I mean? And she told me that she saw this thing and she was like, I was just cracking up. Like, why would a man ever do this to himself? I don't want no man with a lace front. And I was just like, you sound so judgmental. And like, bitch, I'm looking at you with one on right now. Like, why can't, you know what I mean? And it just, I don't, other than generational stuff, because you seem to think it's cool. Esther, would you date a dude who was balding And he was like, I'm just gonna slap this on before we go out real quick.
See, that's the thing. Yes. Why? Because there's two things. If he can do it with and without it, I'm here for it. Why? Because a person needs to feel good about themselves. It's all about how you feel in it. If you could, walk up down the street and you are walking with poise and your shoulders are straight, I'm here for it, because you don't know what people are going through.
Ladies,
how like how the world, how life changes. Your beauty or your hair is not going to be there forever. It's not going to stay brown forever. It's going to turn. You understand what I'm saying? So, no, I'm here for it. Freedom, expression, do it. Bitches be sitting in the damn salon putting glue all on their foreheads.
And you know what? That brings me to my point here. That's the thing that kills me about it. A lot of females and dudes will laugh at a dude with a wig on, right? Because now they got these units, as they call them. They'll have locks. You'll put it on. You have locks.
Hold up. The one I have an issue with, though, is that one where it looks like still shiny, but it's like they just sprayed on the black. I'm not here for that one.
That is not a wig. That is an atrocity, and that shit needs to fucking stop.
I'm not for the units. I'm here for the units.
In fact, when I go to the barber and he starts to line me up, he's like, "Hey, let me spray this. Don't spray that shit on my head, or I will kill everyone in this goddamn barber shop."
I think it's they're called fibers.
I don't like it.
Fiber. I think it's hair fiber.
I don't like it. It looks weird. If I'm going bald, let me go bald with grace, okay?
Everybody doesn't feel that way.
Grace and dignity.
Listen, I would accept my baldness. I already got a big forehead, so I kind of feel like I might look okay with.
There's also people who have illnesses out there.
But here's my thing, right? Here's my issue.
A lot of forehead for a lace front.
Your forehead glued up, girl. You glued up.
Here's my thing with the whole men in wig situations, right? I feel like people shouldn't judge, because at the end of the day, females have they have extensions, they have wigs, they have
eyelashes,
they have fake eyelashes, they have 785,032 different shades and types of makeup. You have lip plumping,
lip plumpers,
listen, and all this other stuff. You have fake asses, you have fake tits, you have plastic
lenses.
Yeah, you have all of these things.
Stilettos.
Right.
You have all these.
A Build-A-Bitch. Every bitch is a Build-A-Bitch.
You have the bras to put your tits up and put them together and attract a mate. But the thing is,
and this man can't do this one thing to feel good.
Hold on. Let me rephrase that.
You said to attract them.
Let me rephrase that. To up your confidence, to make you feel better about yourself.
Also to attract mates.
Yes.
Feel
or to attract a mate. But that's my thing. You guys could do all that to make yourselves pretty, but us, if we born ugly and we grow ugly, we just ugly. Why is that fair? Why I gotta be ugly all my life? Why I can't throw on a wig and feel like I'm attractive for a little bit? Don't y'all hate me for trying to look good, okay?
You're being the victim right now.
No, don't you dare, Esther. He is absolutely fucking right. Because if a woman can be
stop. Let me get my point. Because he's talking about wigs and weaves and shit. There are, tons of procedures that can be done. Okay? If you think you were born ugly.
This is the thing. No, Esther, seriously.
When a dude gets... I'm sorry, Jacobi, I'm sorry, just real quick. I'm so sorry. Listen, when a guy gets plug, or let's say a penis implant, let anyone.
I wasn't going that far.
No. Hold on. Listen, wait. Just hear me out. Because it's all about your confidence, how you feel about yourself. But if a guy gets hair plugs or like a penis implant, and people hear about it, they will drag that dude for months. But let a girl go get an ass implant or
only straight man. The gay man.
Everybody wants to take a look at it, and she looks great, and that's not fair.
Like how they drag Safari when he got his hairline fixed in. I get it. I don't understand why society does it. Pardon me?
No, Jacobi, you were about to say. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
It's only straight men, because in gay society, if a gay man was to go out and get a bunch of fucking cosmetic surgery and come back to the club a month later looking like a new motherfucker, we'd always be like, yes, bitch, you is killing it. Like, go ahead, look at you, them new hips, them new, But as a straight man was to do it, women have the complex. Women have an issue with the fact that he's not being a real man now, and forgetting.
Well, think about it.
Everything you're doing from the moment you wake up to get ready to go out into the world is you're not being a real woman.
But think about it. I think
you damn right.
It's the right thing, but I think the way women are looking at it, this is not my point of view, is that Even when I throw all this shit on, I can still give birth. What do you have to offer me? I need you to be strong so you can pick up something. I need you to go hunt. I need you to gather.
Right, I can't have you sweating out no lace front while you fixing my car.
First of all, but hold on, I could do all that with the lace front on. I could do all that with
make sure you get that super duper glue so you know when you sweat.
Bro, the point is you could
you don't need that wig to slip.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Wigs freak me out. I feel like I don't ever want to reach up to like, cause I like to do silly shit. I don't want to like try to noogie somebody, play with their head, and then I apply my hand back and the entire hair comes off. I'm gonna feel like I just murdered you. I will feel weird.
Okay, so I fucked with a dude once who had a toupee, and I didn't know, and he was doing his thing, and I'm down there like, yeah, what the fuck is like, and it was like, and I went and I yanked and it lifted up, and I was just like, I freaked out, he freaked out. So I get you in the concept of you don't want to fuck with nobody with a wig because you don't want no accidents to happen. You don't need no surprises in the heat of the moment. I wouldn't want to either. Which is
that's
probably the
embarrassing.
why she don't want to fuck with a dude with a lace front now that I think about it, because it's too. Well, men like Dex, you know, because it's decades and decades of weaves. You know, don't touch a black woman's hair.
But here's my thing. But hold on. But see, here's my thing, right? And I want you to understand this.
What?
A wig is not necessary all the time. Let me give you an example really quickly.
It's convenient.
Hold on.
You mean the 80s and the 90s? Well, no.
But hear me out. If you were coming over to my house to give me some, I don't give a shit what your hair looks like. That is not going to be my stopping point. I'm not going to be like, oh, you got braids in? You know what? You can just go ahead. You can leave. I'm not kicking you out for that. I don't give a shit.
If a bitch showed up looking like Celie from The Color Purple, you're going to turn her the fuck around. But
it depends. It depends. Was it the end of
like Whoopi Goldberg from
was
the Oscars?
Was it the end of No Nut November?
Around. Same bitch, two different looks.
Was it the end of No Nut November?
No Nut November? What
is it?
I missed so much. Why are you guys just
refuse to, I'm not playing this game.
Listen, is it 4 o'clock in the morning and the club's about to close and you ain't pulled nothing all night? Because I will say, on the most extreme of circumstance, you might be like, you know what, silly, come on, I will show you The Color Purple tonight. Let's do this.
Right.
Don't judge me. Don't you judge me. Everyone is
okay, all right. Mm-hmm.
Everyone has knocked off a mud duck or two in their days. I'm just saying. I might have been that mud duck to somebody, so I'm not mad at it.
I hear you.
Right.
I hear you.
No.
I don't know if I fully agree. But
Thank you.
But, First of all, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's all perspective. What you might have found to be the most
what do you mean,
person you've ever been with, I might see as a mud duck, and vice versa.
Fuck that. Beauty ain't in the eye of shit, because even in Ray, in that movie, I think it was Ray. He showed in the concept of like
the wrist?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He still
like,
gave a fuck.
Bitch, go.
A fuck. I mean, you could be Helen Keller, but you still gonna want to know what you getting up in. You know what I mean?
You're gonna want to know. But as E always says, she's a sapiosexual, so apparently beauty doesn't matter.
That's not the first thing I looked at. Say it doesn't matter.
I thought I can't hear you. Let me take my hearing aid up. What you said?
Listen to me. First of all, no, your mind is the first thing that I acknowledge. Yeah, I would like if you look good too. Shit.
Look,
pretty smart motherfucker.
All I'm saying is everyone has been with someone that somebody else finds not attractive or has found not attractive.
See, my mom told me all my exes was ugly.
Yeah, see, there you go. So you've had a mud duck to someone.
Wait.
Your mama was a wise woman.
Except for only one of them.
Esther, you brought it to my attention last week and we forgot to talk about it.
What?
Did you say it was Colombia or who was it?
It was Chile.
Chile. You know more than me. Can you please introduce the story right quick?
So no, Chile decided that they wanted to not impose, but they wanted to change their constitution, from the dictatorship to democracy. And it came about because the government that was at hand saw that there were so many protests across Chile and they wanted to listen to their people. So they had a whole country worth vote, and more than 75% of the people chose that we need to change our constitution because we would prefer to have a democracy and choose a popular vote for who is going to run the country. So I think that that's what's up.
That is dope. And I will be perfectly honest with you. I feel like
they should do that shit here.
We need a serious rewrite.
That
and
should tell you that our government is not really listening to us. Though.
Everyone isn't going to agree with me when I say this, but I'm going to tell y'all why I feel like the Constitution needs a rewrite. Again, maybe this might be the unpopular opinion, but this is my opinion. When the Constitution was written, it wasn't written for us. People that wrote the Constitution, how do you account for people when you felt like the people you were accounting for weren't people or less of a person? And more importantly, I felt like not even feel like it's a fact that most people that wrote the Constitution owned slaves. So
everyone.
How are you gonna write a Constitution for me when you own me? You don't intend that you don't want to let me go.
Right.
This wasn't written for us, and I feel like it needs a overall. One of my biggest issues is you get arrested, you have a felony, you can't vote. So because I might have done something, I might have made a wrong decision 15 years ago, I don't have a right to vote for who speaks for me and my state or my country. That's bullshit. Another is you can't own a firearm. Now I agree with that to a certain extent because some people get in trouble for conspiracy, for just knowing something and not saying anything. You know, something that you might not have thought about it. Now you can't protect your family and you got to wait for the cops to come, who for some odd reason always come 20 minutes late. And you can't do that now because you can't own a firearm. The Constitution is flawed, and in my personal opinion, it needs a overall very, very seriously. And that's only two of the issues I'm going to name now, but there are a plethora of things that need to change.
I want to say
plethora.
In my point of view, no, our Constitution definitely could use a rewrite because I don't feel it's representative, as you stated, for
white men
in the United States. It's not a united, cohesive understanding of what needs to go on here. We're not even going to talk about reparations, but I just feel as though the laws back then do not need to be the laws in present because we have different issues in present to be addressed.
You can't
a lot of things, but we have new ones. What?
You can't write something for everyone when everyone isn't able to give their opinion on it.
No, that as well. That's what I'm saying. So, which is why, our Constitution could use a rewrite, and I applaud Chile for being able to listen to its citizens. That they need to be progressive. They want to move forward. We're tired of the dictatorship.
Jacobi, any thoughts?
You know, the Constitution was written for white men. It wasn't even written for white women. It was written for white men. It was written for white men to keep white men in for the rest of their goddamn lives.
You did not sugarcoat that at all.
That is all that it is. That is all it is. And every since then, instead of the white man has done nothing but continue to protect the Constitution. And instead of being righteous and selfless and having human decency and saying, let's rewrite this whole thing so that it fits everybody. They say, let's just add an amendment that we can allow to be revised if we need to.
No, exactly.
Add some amendments. And now the Constitution has all these amendments to it, but it really ain't just fucking changed.
Written, exactly, because it was definitely written for white men.
Don't get me started.
See, okay.
All right. So, real quick shout out to Chile. That's dope. And I do feel like we need to take a page out of their book. We spoke about petty last show, right?
Yeah.
Without any backstory or any explanation, what is the most petty thing you have done to someone? Just a quick answer.
Oh, kick somebody out on the highway while I'm driving.
Jacobi?
Oh, I remember that story.
I felt bad. I do feel bad.
The most petty thing I've ever done is shit. I can think of a few different things.
Damn. He has got
it's a number of things. It's a number of things on a very small scale. I would say the most petty thing I ever did.
You don't know, Jones. You don't know.
Was tell somebody that I was moving away. and tell them that I wasn't moving away and I wanted to get back into a relationship with them, and that they should meet me at a cafe at the same exact time I knew I was boarding the plane and I was still leaving because I was just trying to get revenge.
Damn.
Damn, Joe.
Well,
and he was sitting there motherfucker by himself like, where's Jacobi? And I'm on a plane headed to Atlanta.
Dex, what about you?
Since we're gonna talk about petty, there was a gentleman who went to a bank.
No. You're gonna tell me about you being petty, and go.
I don't know. I do a lot of petty shit. I'm pretty petty.
We waiting for you at the Zoe. Come
We
on.
waited.
I once dated someone until she liked me. And the minute she decided she liked me, I decided, yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And I specifically did that because when I liked her, she told me, oh, I don't like you like that.
Damn.
It was petty.
That was
Actually,
that's a waste.
That makes mine not so bad.
Let me rephrase that. Here's what happened. I told her, hold on. I called her while I was away, and she said, this is what she said to me. I hope I'm not the only girl you're talking to, because you're not the only guy I'm talking to. I said, bet. Game on, son. Game on. But this guy went to a bank, and he tried to change his check, I believe. And the teller wouldn't change his check. So this guy figured, you know what? She's a piece of shit, so I'm going to give her a piece of shit. He shitted and smeared it on the front of her car and left. So the young lady aired his... She
you
called,
know what though? That's reparations. Was he black?
Put his name, his address, and all of his personal business on there. She's ignorant.
Was he black?
I don't know if he was black, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me just leave it that way.
Okay,
I don't know what he
was.
was.
The level of psychosis right there. He needs anger management classes. I've been in a predicament.
All black people need anger management classes.
We don't know if the person is black or white. Black.
I don't see. I mean, unless he was white. I don't know.
What? He said, hold on. He said, I think he'd be black unless he was white.
I mean, you don't know who's gonna make what decision
I
to do.
I want to Google this. We're gonna look this up. Keep going. I'm gonna look this up.
I'm gonna need you guys to be a little bit more objective, man. Can we be a little bit more objective?
First of all I did was present the scenario. I didn't say whether he was black or white.
I put
it on someone's window.
I know. I think he was black because it sounds like something I would do.
But hold on, petty does not have race. You are petty. That's the difference.
Don't be racist with it, shit. But this is my thing. I've been to a bank where the bitch really pissed me off. Even thinking about it right now, my skin is crawling because she made the assumption. She was like, "Oh, we're gonna put your name in because you're doing fraud." I went to go pick up my own money, and because I went to get more than $5,000, I'm too young to be able to be doing this. And she went and ran a whole bunch of things. The cops showed up and everything. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're going to waste my time today? Long story short, I really needed that money because my mom's was in the hospital at the time. And she was busy having a whole fucking power trip in the goddamn bank. Never again. Bank of America, don't use it.
Asian man. He was Asian. He was Asian.
And you know you living right there, right?
Well, he a minority. He's still a minority. You know, we got built up shit.
You can't win arguing with Jacobi. It just is not happening.
No, he's a gem. You're not gonna do that. But look, at the end of the day, I feel as though, yes, she could have pissed him off. When you're dealing with money, it's a very sensitive subject. The shit part, that to me is on the same level as spitting on someone. Cause like that's personal bodily fluids, you know what I'm saying?
I will
say you
know what you're saying.
That dude can give a class on how to be petty, because that's the most petty shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't think
he's disgusting. He has psychosis and needs some classes, some therapy, something. Because that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
But
I'm sorry.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. I think any longer I'm gonna have to make another drink and not make it to work tomorrow.
So, oh, dude.
Yeah, the sun's going down here, as you see.
So
sun's going over here. Okay.
Go ahead and join us next week. You know what? Next week I'm gonna have a special drink for y'all. So go ahead and make sure y'all stop by. Check out my bartending page, Taste of Elegance, on Facebook and on Instagram. and come back and join us again next week for some more interesting conversation
on Discorders. And I'm gonna do a little shout out to my sis.
Who's your sis?
Shout out then. We waiting.
I'm sorry, Janine, because she should be here.
You mean Kristen, bitch. You said the wrong name.
Oh.
See, look at you. She tried to invite our friend Kristen, who wanted
K10. My bad. We're gonna do
both
of them. They both could come to the show.
She actually wanted to invite Janine and not you. Oh, girl, you didn't even do that right.
That's not what I did. It was K10. My bad. I've been sipping.
Well, yeah, she been sipping. Follow me on Instagram and social media, JacobiJones. Follow Esther. Follow Dex. Follow all of us. We're a good time. Happy to be here.
Come see us again next week. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.